Welcome to the very first Double J Studios podcast. Welcome.
That's funny.
Yeah, welcome. So if you are a returning subscriber to our YouTube, you will know who we are, but other people may not. So, I am Josiah.
And I'm Jacob.
And we're
Double
J Studios. Yeah. So we make animations on YouTube, and we have a website. The YouTube...
Our website isn't the best.
Yeah, it's not best. But, we made it last April, I believe. So it's been up for a little bit more than a year. But it never got off the ground. So, and we never kept up with it. Just, we were always posting random stuff on there. Not really a theme, but our YouTube is a lot more focused on animation. So, subscribe if you're new. And, stay around. Watch some of our videos. Enjoy our content. So, today, we're talking about video games and VR. So, Jacob and I are very interested in VR. And so I figured we'll just start the podcast off by talking about that. So, Jacob, what is VR?
VR stands for virtual reality.
Yeah.
And VR is basically like being in a different world or somewhere else in the world.
Yeah, but you look into a headset that you put on your head, and it just basically transports you to anywhere you want to be. Or anyone you want to be, like Spider-Man, as of the new, the Marvel Heroes game for the Oculus Rift.
Now, Marvel Powers VR.
Yeah.
The Oculus.
Yeah, so VR is super cool. They make cheaper ones where you can just put your phone inside. I have one of those. Jacob has some more of the higher end stuff. But, so tell them what you would expect going into VR.
So, do you mean going into, like, phone VR or...
more of an Oculus Rift kind of VR.
Well, with the Oculus Rift, it's very immersive. And you have to have a computer for an Oculus Rift, an HTC Vive, or the Windows Mixed Reality.
Yeah.
And so you use controllers that they track your hands in virtual space. So you can look all around, like 360, and you see, you have the presence of your hand.
Which is super dope. It's dope.
And there are trackers that you can get that normally come with the system, that, like, depending on what you get. And so you can do either sitting down, standing up, or room scale VR.
Yeah.
And all of that just means that if you're sitting down, you're most likely using a keyboard or a controller. And if you're standing up, that just means that you can move around with the controller, but still be able to, like, move around and stuff. But it's very limited.
Yeah.
With room scale VR, you can move, like, all around your room, and it'll sense that in VR.
Yeah, so basically, if you had the Oculus Rift or some more of the higher-end VRs, you would set the trackers up around your room, and you would just, if this were the standing-up VR, you would be able to use the motion tracking controllers and the VR headset, and whatever game you're choosing. I saw a game where you're walking, like, on a plank on a very tall building, and if you step off, you die. And that looked really cool, so I'm just going to use that for instance. But if you move in real life, the trackers you set up in your room will see that you're moving, and you will move on the blink. And it's super awesome, and it's neat. But then sitting down, obviously, constrains you a little bit, but it's, still cool. And then I feel like the price range is where it gets a lot of people with VR, as it is quite a high price. So, Jacob, could you maybe list some prices for, like, the higher VR headsets?
Well, first, if you're very new to VR, you don't really have any kind of headset, you can get started easily for about $20 with a cheap, maybe like $15 headset and like a $5 Bluetooth controller.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want something a little bit better, on Amazon I found this for only $17, and it was the Samsung Gear VR. It's not the newest version, and there's no controller, but it's really still immersive.
So how do you play games with it if there's no controller?
Well, you can either get your own controller, or you just like look at stuff, and then there's like a ring around it that it'll like load.
Okay.
And so the best option for VR, if you don't have a gaming computer, but you want something pretty immersive, is probably the Google Daydream.
What is that?
So it's a lot like Samsung Gear VR or the Oculus Go, where Samsung Gear VR, you have a controller that when you move it, it senses it, and you can like actually like play games with like shooting games where you can like shoot stuff, and it actually like tracks where your hand is. Not nearly as good as the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive, but it's still sort of tracks.
Yeah. So what is the best VR headset on the market right now?
I would say probably Windows Mixed Reality.
Okay, and why?
They're definitely better headsets. Like the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive are definitely better headsets, and they have better tracking, and they're just a lot better in general.
Mm-hmm.
Windows Mixed Reality is definitely a cheaper way to game, like to VR on PC.
Cool.
So PC gaming, you can't just like dust off your old laptop and then just plug it in and it works.
Yeah.
You have to have like a really high-end PC to run it.
Yeah. Like my computer doesn't even handle Fortnite, so I'm not going to be doing any HTC Viving or Oculus Rifting. But, I mean, I would need to upgrade my computer quite a good bit for that to work. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they work on it.
Yeah. So, for some of our people out there who might not know the wide range of VR, how many games are there for Oculus Rift and, other VR consoles?
Guessing probably over 500.
Wow. That's unexpected for VR.
So, I actually forgot to talk about this. If you want really good VR with controllers, and you don't need an awesome PC, but if you have a PlayStation 4 lying around, then you can actually get PlayStation VR.
Yeah, just PlayStation 4 just lying there on the ground. Yeah, it's just have it laying there. That's cool though.
It's a lot like the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive.
Yeah.
But I think you can get it for like $200 to $300, up to like at most like $400. It used to be like $600 when it came out.
Goodness
but
gracious.
It's reduced in price a lot.
Huh.
So that would be the best option if you had a PS4.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then I'd say that you should save up, build a gaming computer, and then get either an Oculus Rift or an HTC Vive, if you have the money.
Yeah. So VR is definitely a popular gaming thing right now. And I definitely say it's growing. But would you say that a lot of the VR popularity is spiking because of the movie Ready Player One?
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that I'm sort of into VR. I've always been into VR, since it came out. But I'm 13. When it came out, I was really young, watching Dan TDM on his Minecraft VR video.
Yeah, I mean, do you know when the earliest VR headset came out?
The earliest?
Yeah. Well, the Virtual Boy came out.
Yeah.
In the 90s or was it the 80s?
It was the 90s. It was 1995.
Okay. Man. So I heard, now I don't know if this is true, and you have to tell me if it's true or not, that you can play Fortnite in VR. Is that true?
It's actually really true, because you can do Fortnite in VR with a lot of things. If you have any computer headset, then you can do it.
Huh.
Because there's some apps, you have to have Windows 10, because, I'm sure there's a way to stream on Windows 7 or Windows 8. But with Windows 10, you can stream your Xbox to the PC, and there are a lot of apps with, even PlayStation VR has it.
That's
where
really cool.
you can stream your desktop to VR, and you can play Fortnite, or really any game that's not VR. PlayStation VR, it's a little bit different. You kind of have to, like, if you have an Xbox and you want to play VR, like, then you have to plug in the Xbox to the PlayStation, and then there's a lot of complicated stuff, but it just kind of, like, defaults to this, like, cinema mode.
Yeah.
It works. Like, it's kind of like being in a movie theater.
Yeah.
You can actually even do it on the Oculus Go.
Cool.
Which, I don't think I talked about that.
No.
The Oculus Go is sort of like Gear VR if you don't have a phone.
Yeah.
So of course it's made by the same people that made Oculus Rift.
Which is horribly expensive at $400.
Yeah, so it's $200. You don't need a computer or a phone. You actually do need a phone, but for a different reason.
Yeah.
You need to use the phone to, like, set it up and download apps. But there's actually a way where there's an app that you type in a code that's on your PC, and you type in the code on the Oculus Go, and you can stream your desktop to the Oculus Go.
Now that's sick.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I don't know if we have any artists in the house. I assume we do, because this is an animation channel. At least people who are interested in art or animation. But I saw that, I don't know if you've heard of Draw with Jazza on YouTube. I'm sure you have, because he's huge. But you can actually do painting and modeling in VR. I think it's the Oculus Rift, which is super cool and blew my mind. And it looks like you can create, not horribly, but incredibly immersive worlds just with a paintbrush. Like, it's super cool. And, I mean, you can do some really cool stuff with it. And you can draw tiny things and then, like, resize them to be bigger than you. And I would love to do that, because I am such a creative person, and I think that would be super fun to get my hands on. And if you get the Oculus Rift, that is what I'm coming to your house to do, is play on just paint. That's it.
I think Tilt Brush.
Yeah. And then there's like the modeling software where you can like model things instead of painting. It's modeling, which is super dope. But yeah. All right, because I don't know a better way to do this, because I don't know how to transition anything, I'm going to transition over to Fortnite. So we've been seeing lots of big changes in Fortnite recently, but one of the biggest things that happened today, actually, is the return of the guided missile. Super cool.
So, I love guided missiles.
Yeah.
They are so OP.
Yep.
I love them, but I hate them at the same time.
They used to be OP. They're not as OP now. But
they're really slow.
Yeah, they don't do as much damage now, and they don't last as long. So you can't do as much scouting, and they're not as good of a defense or offense weapon. But that doesn't stop them from being fun.
Yeah.
And then obviously the release of Season 5 Battle Pass and golf carts, which are so fun. So fun. I love those. And then the entire new Paradise Palms biome, which is fun. Which is just like, if you don't play Fortnite, which you should, if you have the software to play it, is you should just go play Fortnite. But Paradise Palms is like a desert, kind of like, I think it's like, I don't know, there's a place in California, kind of like Paradise Palms, I think. But it's sick. So Jacob, what are your experiences? Do you have like any cool experiences with Fortnite that you'd like to share? Or with the guided missile? How do you self-ride yourself with the guided missile? Because a lot of people don't know how to do it yet, especially because they haven't played with it before. So how would you self-guide, like self-missile yourself?
It's actually pretty easy. It's easy, but it's hard at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, concept is easy, but when you go to do it, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But it's not hard at the same time. So, you actually have to build a wall and then build a door inside of the wall, open the door, and then build a ramp up to the wall to stand on the side of the door where
you actually don't have to build a ramp. You can just jump on top of the door.
And you can once you're on the door, you kind of have to let your feet hang a little bit off of the door.
Basically be standing as far out on the door as possible.
So then you shoot the guided missile, and then if you're on PC, then you move the mouse left a lot, and then make it turn all the way around until it goes to your back, and then you just get it right under your feet, and then you just pick yourself up.
Basically, if you're on any other console, you just take the right Joy-Con, or not Joy-Con, that's the Switch, but you just take the right joystick, just curve it left as much as possible, just constantly turning it left, and then just loop it all the way back around, and it'll hit your feet, and then you'll have about a 5-second ride in the air until you die.
Okay, so this is kind of a question for the viewers. I have an Xbox One, the original one, and I have a PC, but it's really crap. It's Windows 7, 32-bit, probably has 4 gigs of RAM.
Crap.
So I have a crap computer. So should I sell my Xbox One and then try and get a better, a real gaming computer, possibly even VR ready, or should I just keep the Xbox?
Well,
contact us at DoubleJStudios04@gmail.com.
Yeet. Do you play on your Xbox One on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Do you play on any other consoles on a daily basis?
No.
Because
I have a Switch.
Yeah.
I really like playing Fortnite on it, but I also really like Fortnite on the Xbox thing.
Yeah.
So I play Xbox.
Would you be interested in computer Fortnite?
Yes.
So it wouldn't be the worst because you're gonna be able to play Fortnite on your gaming computer anyway.
If I could right now give an Xbox One to get a $400 ready, VR ready, good gaming PC or laptop, I would totally do it right now.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, I have $50. That's so much. I mean, some people it really is, and it really is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money for gaming.
It sounds like so much more money until you try to go buy something.
Yeah.
And then it's not a lot of money. But
so my birthday is coming up, October 1st. You don't have to, but you can give me Fortnite, $3 on it, or just Xbox gift cards or whatever, just whatever, or nothing.
How would they do that?
DoubleJStudios04@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, just send us stuff.
If you want.
Through the email. I mean, highly appreciative of just gift cards, but you don't have to. Just supporting the channel if you want to. But I mean, a subscribe is just as good as a gift card, so we don't care.
Yeah.
Just subscribe.
So back to what I was saying. Should I sell my Xbox, get maybe $150 to $200 plus 50, so either $200 or $250, and then maybe just wait for my birthday and then get a gaming computer, and then for Christmas get Windows Mixed Reality or an Oculus.
Yeah.
Comment or not comment. Well, this is going to YouTube.
Yeah,
so comment below, or it's in the email.
Yeah. But also, I mean, so we're not sure what we want to keep talking about on the podcast, upcoming podcasts. So if you have any questions, just email us at DoubleJStudios04 at gmail.com. Just email us your questions because we would love to hear them. We're not big YouTubers. So, I mean, if we have any other fellow animator YouTubers out there who are just, would like to be a guest, we're taking suggestions for guests. So we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible if you'd like to collaborate with our YouTube. Simple as that. Alright, I think that's going to wrap it up for this podcast. Do you have anything else to say, Jacob?
The new video from both of us, they are coming soon.
Eventually.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say soon.
When I say soon, I mean in the next year or so.
Yeah. I have my video already in the animating process, so it should be out if I work on it, in a month. If I don't procrastinate, maybe longer. But I just started animating it, and it should be about a 4-minute video, so it could take a month, because I'm not that good at animating. But I'm also practicing lip syncing, so if anyone has any tips for lip syncing, comment it down below. Ask your questions, email us, or in the comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up if you loved it, hit the thumbs down if you thought it sucked. And, yeah, Josiah
and Jacob
signing out. We'll see you later.